How's it going, guys? We are here with another episode of Stock versus Not, and today we are in the last Honda in the lineup, and it is another NSX. It is the 2002 model, and it's even the Type R. However, it is the ugliest NSX that we have to date because this is the model that does not have the pop-up headlights. Absolutely hideous of a car in the front, and they've massacred the NSX for this model year. I know crash tests, blah 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 blah, safety, pedestrians, but yeah, for all the car makers that had to go to a fixed headlight design, I think Honda is one of the ones that kind of dropped the ball on the design. You know, Corvette and their C5 to C6, that one worked fine. I like the C6. What else was there? Like Toyota and the MR2. Never mind. Let's get on with today's episode. Today we have, like I said, the NSX, the 2002 Type R, with 533 performance points, 290 horsepower, 236 foot-pounds of torque, weighing 2,800 pounds. This was Honda's quote-unquote supercar for the early 2000s, late 90s generation, filled with technology and whatnot. Comes with the C32B, which I believe is a V6, if I'm not mistaken. And comes with sports hards tires. 533 performance points is going to put it in here with the 600 performance point crowd, along with the other stock NSX we had just done. That was a lot significantly faster, and it was actually all-wheel drive. This one is a mid-engine rear-wheel drive version, so this will be a little different handling wise. And yeah, I honestly don't know what to expect out of this one. This one is another underpowered car, just like all the other Hondas that we have done, so honestly not too sure what we're gonna get with the time. As for the interior, I love this steering wheel. I think it's a Momo steering wheel. That's enough said. Alright, let's go ahead and get this lap started. For those of you new to Stock versus Not, what we do is 3 laps in the stock car, and then we'll do about 5 laps in a fully modified version. There's no race car that we're going to compare this to today. That was just a test to see how you guys like the stock versus, or I guess road-going car versus a race prepped car. Let me know if you want me to do more of those. That was just kind of a one-off, just a feeler. Let's see how that one performs video-wise compared to all the other ones. And if need be, we'll do that to some of the other manufacturers as we go on with our stock versus not journey. Out of the box, this Honda is phenomenal with its handling. Sports hards tires, this mid-engine rear wheel drive layout, this thing was smooth through those S's. You get a little bit of, tire screeching, but that's to be expected. But wow, that was balanced. Opening lap was basically a 1-minute flat, not bad at all. The interior is very nice as well. Driver oriented. I would assume it probably looked just like the one from the 90s. Design-wise, aside from the headlights, it doesn't look that much different from the pop-up headlight version of the NSX. So I figure they probably just maybe like a light refresh on a few things and whatever electronics they add to keep up with the technology at the time. But for the most part, I feel like this car has probably remained unchanged from its original genesis of a car. I don't think I've ever driven this car in game, to be honest with you, and this thing is actually very, very nice. I love the gauge cluster, just all the analog needles just doing their thing. And I mean, I get today with their, digital gauge clusters and all the information we want in the screen, but I don't know, something about just having gauges and dials just kind of gives you that personal touch to knowing what's going on with your vehicle. And surprisingly enough, this car does not give you any type of lift-off oversteer when you would let off the accelerator, which is nice. Very smooth car, I like it. I really just took that third lap. It's a nice little Sunday drive lap. It's a very easy car to drive. Alright. 59.594 is our time here. I don't know what that puts that on the leaderboard, but let's take a quick peek. Does it get us on here? Here's the 2017. Did not beat out the Focus RS, unfortunately. What did I say? It was a 59. That short-term memory is. Anyway, it was not faster than the Focus RS with its 59, unfortunately. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into our final Honda of this series. It's blue, because I like blue cars, and we are now turbocharged and under 2,000 pounds. Let me show you what we got going on here. It now has 824 performance points with 838 horsepower with 607 foot-pounds of torque, and that is brought to you by the HR414E, which with my quick Google search tells me that it's the 4-cylinder engine that they used in the Super GT series and Super Formula series from Honda. So there you go, folks. Knowledge. Okay, racing soft tires. Here's my suspension alignment settings. Differential is here at the bottom. As we make our way to the right, here is my aerodynamics, customizable racing transmission, and here are the bolt-ons that we got going on. So 824 performance points, 838 horsepower. That is going to put us in the top tier 900 performance point category. It's going up against the likes of the GTR, Nismo, the non-Nismo, the Viper, the ZR1s, the Challenger SRT Demons that all made 1,000 horsepower. Looking at this, there's no mid-engine vehicle on. I lied. The C8 is on here. So, is this going to outgun the C8? I don't know. This will be the second mid-engine vehicle that we are running at the 900 performance point leaderboard. And as always, let's do a quick little walk around of the vehicle. Like, those headlights are just terrible. At least, like, maybe if you were to, I don't know, like, body color match them or black out the housings or something like that. I don't know, they just look like bug eyes. And then from the profile, it's like so they can reach a certain height, they got this weird little bubble. It just ruins the whole sleekness of the car. Everything else makes sense, and it's like, oh, by the way, we put headlights in. Kind of like the people that convert like Miatas to fixed headlights or like ARCs, like FDs. It just doesn't work. Don't do it. If it came with pop-ups, keep the pop-ups. I wonder if there's conversion kits for this car where you can put regular pop-ups in. There probably is. So yeah, we're going to be hitting about 200 miles an hour on this straight. Essentially, we have ourselves a Group 3 car, maybe even a Group 2. The question is, can I handle it? Because you know how I am with these high-powered cars. One day I'm really good, other days it's in the wall, and I'm over here talking about how rowdy it is, where in reality, I just suck. Sounds good. Yes, I'm annoyed with the anti-lag. I love this strong anti-lag, all the pops and bangs, because that's what we like these days. 50.493. Let's keep it going. This car is actually very good on brakes in both stock and fully modified form. So that's one thing to consider. I guess how light it is kind of helps it with its stopping distance. It's not that much mass to slow down. This car is handling just as well as its stock counterpart. Just gotta kind of keep it happy with its travel through the S's there, or else you're gonna end up spinning out the rear with the amount of torque that it has. Let's try braking a bit later. Yeah, this car has brakes for days. I say that, and then the next lap I'm going to try brake even later, and we're going to shoot all the way into those grandstands. This is definitely a modulate throttle type of car through these S's of Suzuka. I guess with most cars you gotta do it. Some cars, it's slow enough you can probably do it flat. Kinda wanna see if I can do that in the Miata once we get to that part of this series. 48.879. I think we're slowly creeping up on those top 10 times. Don't know where this is going to land. It's going to be very interesting to see if a Honda gets on there. I think everything else has been either like a Chevy engine swap or that Bugatti Chiron engine. So it'd be very cool to see a Honda product in the top 10 using a Honda power plant. We root for everybody here. Understeer. Oh man, look at that. Okay. Alright, we're gonna roll into this lap. Let's go 150 board, brake, slow down, ease off, come in. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, and we overshot this, so I think we botched this lap as well. We definitely botched this lap, but we saved it. Oh, we're botching it even more. Oh man, wow, what did we run over? Alright. You know what, a 48.8, that's a respectable lap. I'm gonna call that lap a good one anyway. We're not perfect here on stock versus not. Remember that, folks. Alright. Spinning up the Honda NSX. Alright. Let's see what we did. Are we on the top? Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at spot number 9. The Honda NSX Type R. 48.879. We made it on the top 10 leaderboard. Where does that put it on the 900 leaderboard? It just beat out the Stingray, the C8 Stingray, and it was coming up on the Demon. We probably could have gotten it closer to that C7 time, but hey, you know what? That is nice to see here on the overall leaderboard. So the Nismo, which I believe had the Chiron engine, that made 1700 horsepower. NSX makes 838 horsepower here. The Hellcat was just under 1,000 horsepower. The SRT Demon was over 1,000 horsepower. The F-Type, which was on the top for quite some time, that was 700 horsepower. So that is the first import, I would call it, or JDM car with a JDM power plant that actually did something on here. So kudos to you, Honda. I actually made you do something cool. So anyway, that is Honda. The next car we're going to be doing is something in the Americas. I don't know what it is. But other than that, thanks for watching. I'm going to shut up now, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.